טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Last time. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. Let's hear you all.
הנה מה טוב ומנעים
שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעים שבת אחים גם יחד.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbos.
It's nice to see all of you here. You braved the weather. It's pretty nasty out there. We are now officially in the month of Adar. I think now it's the fourth day. We just entered it, I believe. And our rabbis tell us that when you enter Adar, you're supposed to increase your joy and your happiness until Purim, which is a little over a week away, which is very exciting. I hope you have your costumes ready. I think mine's just about there. But what better way to bring in joy in the month of Adar than celebrating the bat mitzvah of Riley? So Riley, Mazal Tov. It's so wonderful that you're here, and we're celebrating your big day. Those of you joining us online, Shabbat Shalom. I hope you're staying dry if you're here in the Los Angeles area and warm, because it's pretty cold out there. So,
For us,
you know.
but in Minnesota it's 6 degrees. So.
Yeah, but for here it's cold. I mean, there's a blizzard warning. There was snow in the Hollywood Hills today. I think the first time in maybe since before I was even alive. Maybe I don't know. So, it's been a while, but we're going to continue on page 14 in our Sidor Lev Shalem with Yismechu.
Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim V'tagel haaretz Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim Yismechu hashamayim V'tagel haaretz Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Umelo Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Yiram hayam Umelos Ya'alon
continue on page 20, the bottom of page 20, Romemu.
Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehar kodsho.
Continue with Lechado D, page 23. We'll do the first two paragraphs, followed by the last paragraph on page 25.
Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah. Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah. Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Shmi'anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad u'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet v'litilah. Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah. Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'necha ki hi mekor haberacha meirosh mikedem nesucha sof ma'aseh v'machshava techila. Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah. Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah.
We rise and face the entrance.
We v'shalom ateret bala gam besimcha u'betzola toch emunei am segula bo'wi chala lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah. Lecha dodi likrat kalai yadalai 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 b'nei Shabbat dekabelah.
We remain standing for the Baruch Hu, the call to prayer, on page 39a.
La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
You may be seated. Thanks. Blessed are you, eternal God, by whose design the evening falls, by whose command dimensions open up and eons pass away, and stars spin in their orbits. You set the rhythms of day and night, the alternation of light and darkness sings your creating word. In rising sun and in spreading dusk, creator of all, you are made manifest. Eternal, everlasting God, may we always be aware of your dominion. Blessed are you, Adonai, for this hour of nightfall.
Umavir yom umevi laila, mavdil ben yom uven laila, Adonai tiva'ot shemo, el chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch ata Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv aravim.
Amen. Turn to page 40 for Ahavat Olam.
So Ahavat Olam is a prayer of love, and it's also, this particular melody I sometimes say is like kugel. Kugel, something that is old. It reminds you maybe of your youth, or a melody that's really familiar, and so we sing this, and it's an oldie but a goodie, I think. We don't sing it very often, so here we go. Ahavat Olam Beit Yisrael Amcha Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shofenu u'v'kumenu nasiach b'chukecha v'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yom bam v'layla ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yom bam v'layla ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yom bam v'layla ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu uvahem negei yom bam v'layla Yavatecha tasir mimenu la'olamim Baruch ata Adonai Ohev amo Yisrael
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha Bechol levavcha uv'hom nafshecha uv'hom me'odecha V'chayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha bevetecha uv'lechtecha v'derech Ushokbeha ukumecha ukshartam leod al yadecha vechayu letotafot beinenecha uktavtam amezuzo betecha uvisharecha
continue silently on the next page.
Laman tiskeru vasitem et kol mitzvotai vitem kedoshim lelochem ani Adonai Elohim asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohim Adonai Elohim Emet.
You'll be back. See, that was the first one, Riley. So after the first prayer, you can take a big breath. You can sit down for a minute, and then you'll come back in a few. So take your siddur, have a seat, and woohoo, Yasher Koach for the first one.
We'll continue on page 44 for Mi Chamocha.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai,
Mi Chamocha nehedar b'kodesh nora tehilot
Osei Felet. Try it with me. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh nora tehilot Osei Felet. Malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe. Ze'elianu ve'amru Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh nora tehilot Osei Felet. V'ne'emar kifada Adonai et Yaakov uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu, miyad chazak mimenu. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, Mi chamocha nehedar b'kodesh nora tehilot Osei Felet. Osei Felet. Osei Felet. Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael.
We're going to now take a moment to say a prayer for healing, a prayer for our loved ones, our friends, our community members, a prayer of healing, physical healing, mental healing, emotional, spiritual healing, those of us that we know, those of us around the world. So please join with Rifa'enu, a prayer for healing.
Rifa'enu Adonai v'nei Rapha. God only who can bring true healing, and so we pray. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofei Cholei Amo Yisrael. Blessed are you, Shekhinah, restores our loved ones, heal our comfort our loved ones, heal our people, speedily in our day. And let us say, Amen.
Refuah Shlema to all those in need of healing. We'll continue on the top of page 45 for Hashkivenu.
If you don't know this melody, you can lie, but I think you'll know it. By Craig Talman. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Behamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, Behamidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ushmor tzeitenu, uvoenu, lechaim ushalom, me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalom Echa, Ufros aleinu Sukkot Shalom Echa. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, V'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim. Just your voices.
Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom,
V'ha'amidenu malkeinu l'chaim.
I'm going to invite Riley back up here for Vishamru as we all rise on the top of page 46.
Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, Basod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, Basod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beni uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti le'olam, oti le'olam, oti le'olam. Veshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, Lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki sheshet ya'amim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz. Veshamru b'nei
Bayom hashvi.
Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Shabbat vayinafash, Beshamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam.
May be seated. Shabbat Shalom. I've recently started reading Brene Brown's book, Dare to Lead. It's part of a school assignment, but it's also a really good book. I highly recommend it. There's this amazing ritual that she has at the start of any meeting where she gives her team permission slips. We all might remember permission slips from when we were younger to go on a field trip to the zoo or wherever it might be. But this is a little bit different of a permission slip. There's no zoo trip in this. Instead, each person writes down one thing that they give themselves permission to do or feel during that meeting. Permission to be honest with each other, permission to be fully present and open-minded, permission to speak up, permission to ask for a short break, etc. These permission slips, they allow us to bring our full selves to these meetings. If we give ourselves the permission to speak up or to ask questions, we don't have to sit there in our own anxiety, unsure if we can share our feelings, our confusion, or even our ideas. In this week's Parsha, Parshat Truma, we read about all of the details that are needed to build the Mishkan, the dwelling place for God. We read that the ark shall be overlaid with pure gold on the inside and the outside. Rava, a 4th century rabbi from Babylon, uses this verse to teach us that tocho kivaro, our inside feelings must match our outside expression. If we appear one way on the outside, but our inner lives appear another, we are not being our authentic selves. The Rambam, the halachist, who lived about 1,000 years ago, he adds in the Mishnah Torah that one should not speak one thing outwardly and think otherwise in their heart. Rather, one's inner self should be like the self which they show the world. What one feels in their heart should be the same as the words that come out of their lips. Just as the ark had gold on the inside, so too gold was found on the inside. The ark was not designed to look one way on the outside, filled with gold and looking beautiful, but internally appearing another way. What was found on its outside, the beautiful, shimmering, pure gold, was also the beauty that was found on the inside. Earlier on in the Parsha, we read the words, Ve'asu li mikdash v'shechanti b'tocham. And let them make me a sanctuary that I may dwell among them. Malbim, a 19th century rabbi, teaches us that each of us needs to build God a mishkan, a tabernacle, a dwelling place, in the recesses of our own hearts, by preparing ourselves to become a sanctuary for God and a place for the dwelling of God's glory. We are each worthy of becoming a mishkan, a dwelling place for God. But in order for this to happen, we first must prepare ourselves. And we can only do that by ensuring that our insides match our outsides. In order to be a dwelling place for God's presence, the Mishkan had to have the same qualities both on the inside and the outside. Now, matching our outside image with our inner image is not always easy. In our world filled with the perfect Instagram posts, oftentimes those images don't accurately reflect our inside images. We add filters, we take multiple photos from various angles until we feel like it's worthy of being shared online so we can get how many likes we're going to hopefully get. We present this persona to our friends and our online communities, but does that truly represent our authentic selves? There will certainly be moments where we feel like presenting our outside image one way, where we may feel completely different on the inside. We may appear happy, while on the inside we are trembling. We may show the world that our outside is filled with gold, while our inside contains rusty bronze. How do we find ways to match our outside image with our internal image? One way can be to use Brené Brown's idea of permission slips. What would happen if we gave ourselves the permission to be our authentic selves? We don't have to present ourselves as that perfect Instagram post if our insides don't match our outsides in that exact moment. By removing those filters, by giving ourselves the permission to be ourselves, both on the outside and on the inside, we are inviting God's presence to dwell amongst us. We each have the ability to be an individual Mishkan, an individual dwelling place for God's glory. And it all starts with being our full, authentic selves. Shabbat Shalom. We'll continue with the Chatzi Kaddish on page 46.
Yitkada veyitkada shemei rabba ve'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yomechon u'chayei dechol beit Yisrael bagala uv'zman kariv Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevarach Le'alam Olam Me'amaya Yitbarach Ve'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yithadar V'yitaleh V'yithalal Shemei Dekudesha Berichu Le'elamin kol birchata v'shirata Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran be'alma ve'imru Amen.
I invite you to please rise at this time for the silent Amidah, which begins on 47 and goes until page 52. You can follow along in the Hebrew, the English, or the words meditations found in your heart.
lie, lie, lie. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Vasuli mikdash v'shachanti b'tocham va'anachnu nevarech Yah me'ata ve'ad olam.
Invite Riley up once again to say Kiddush for us as we all rise, page 55.
Where is it?
55.
Oh, 55, sorry, my bad. I shut it off. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kichanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit ki hu yom tehillah lemikra'e kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodecha be'achava ratzon kinchatanu Baruch atah Adonai mekodesh haShabbat.
Amen. Drink your grape juice. Now we're going to turn around and face the ark. For Aleinu.
Aleinu, page 56.
Aleinu.
Leinu leshabeach ladon hakol letet gedula liafseh breshit shelo asanu korei haratzo velo samanu kmishbechot hadadama shelo sam hokenu kahem vegoralenu kecho hamona venachnu korim Achavim umarim lifnei melech malchei amalchim hakadosh baruch hu Shenote shamayim beyosed aretz umlosikaro bashamayim ima'ah ushchinatu zo begov hemeromim u Eloheinu eino tacha. Ain't no. Kakatu Vitora Techa Adonaim Lo Leolam Vaed Venema Bechaya Adonai Lemelecha Al Cha'aretz Bayom Hachu Yihye Adonai Echad Ushemo Echad.
May be seated. On this Shabbat, remember the following names whose yortzites are this week: Oscar Alpert, Mary Aronoff, May Roma Avishur, Jerome Bender, Kurt Bender, Jack Bilkis, Harry Braverman, Hilda Breslov, Leah Chayot, Seymour Copeland, Harlene Elkins, Dorothy Ehrman, Debbie Frank, Louis Freiheit, Leah Friend, Sylvia Garber, Abraham Gerber, Barry Gertler, Max Gitterman, Harry Goldenberg, Estelle Goldshine, Solomon Goldsmith, Claudia Grossman, Ann Gerner, Morris Halfen, Michael Holden, Arnold Horland, Phyllis Hurwitz, Jack Hyman, Jeffrey Ingber, Samuel Eisen, Jane Jacobs, Tom Kahani, Ernest Klein, Stephen Klanetsky, Harris Craneman, Josephine Landau, Eva Langzum, King Levine, Louis Levy, Phyllis Licht, Jack Licht, Stuart Liff, Selma Lubin, Yolanda Maria, Rose Miller, Florence Mond, Miriam Mish, Donald Nadler, Stanley Nevitt, Irene Obright, Ruth Padua, Ray Peck, Frangis Rasbania, Zulema Resnick, Claire S. Ryman, Dorothy B. Rose, Evelyn Rosen, Valerie Rosenbaum, Peter Rosenbaum, Lou Ross, Leroy Ross, Sidney Rosansky, Stanley Schwartzberg, Sidney Siegel, Stephanie Diane Sesser, Sidney Shadovitz, Isaac Silberberg, Edward L. Silkin, Sarah Sklar, Manuel Smolin, Marion Snitkoff, Elaine Spiegel, Jerry Sucher, Doris Tabachnik, David Titus, Zella Waldman, Sam Weiler, Teddy Weiss, Lou Zinneman, Sanford Zen, and Mayor Zuckerman. Also mindful of the recent bereavements in our community: Candida Rivera, mother of Fred and Debbie Rivera, and Norman Gordon, brother of Robert and Andrea Gordon. All those observing a yortzeit or in mourning, I ask you to please rise at this time for the Mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yit Kadal, Vit Kadash, Shemei Rabbah, Be'alma Divra Kirute, V'amlich Malchute, B'chayechon, Uviomechon, V'chaye Techol Beit Yisrael, Ba'agala, Uvizman Kari, V'imru, Amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah, Mevarach, Le'alam, Ulalmei Alamaya. Vit Barach, Vit Tabach, Vit Pa'ar, Vit Romam, Vit Naseh, Vit Hadar, Vit Ale, Vit Halal, Shemei Dekudasha, Berechu, Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, ta'amiran ba'alma v'imru, Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shamaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. Osei shalom b'imromav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, Amen. May be seated. Welcome to everyone who's joined us this evening here in person and on our live stream. We welcome you to join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. as we celebrate the bat mitzvah of Riley Woodard here in our sanctuary. Mazal Tov, Riley, and to her entire family. Next Friday night at 6 p.m., we'll be back here in our sanctuary for our Shabbat Together services, followed by our monthly Shabbat dinner at 7. The menu is really, really great. I think it's Asian food. It sounds delicious. Sign up online to RSVP for our next Shabbat dinner on March 5th? Is that March 3rd? Purim is on the horizon, a little over a week away. Get ready to celebrate at our Purim Carnival, Sunday, March 5th at 10:30 a.m. You can purchase tickets, get information on volunteer opportunities, and select Mishloach Manot options, all on our website. And join us on Monday, March 6th at 6:30 p.m. at Shomrei Torah for Mordechai Superstar. The show tells the story of Purim in a fun and fast-moving spoof based on the famous Broadway musical and one of my favorite musicals. Ma'ariv and a full Megillah reading will be following the spiel. Admission is free.
There's also Ma'ariv at 6 o'clock.
Oh, Ma'ariv at 6 o'clock as well. Before the spiel, okay. Cover the spiel. Registration is also now open for our Temple Aliyah Shabbat retreat at the beautiful Brandeis Collegiate Institute campus of AJU in Simi Valley. It'll be April 14th through the 16th. It's right after Passover. It's a wonderful opportunity for families to spend Friday afternoon through Sunday morning relaxing and talking, playing and hiking, singing and studying, all while soaring to new heights. Join us for a peaceful Shabbat in nature. And thank you for being a part of Aliyah's story, and thank you for making Aliyah a part of yours. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. So our closing song is actually going to be Oseh Shalom, which we can find at the end of the Amidah. So I would suggest, let's see, I think
51?
it's page 52.
52, yeah.
Okay. A prayer for peace for our world and for our communities. Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Oseh Shalom b'imromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat,
Shabbat, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. Buen Shabbat. Good Shabbos. Shabbat shalom. Shabbos.